What's up, guys? Hopefully you can hear me. My screen is being a butthead this morning, so forgive me. Let me make sure it actually looks proper here. Yeah, hopefully it looks proper on. Yeah, I'm looking now and it whatever reason, I don't know why it's doing this. Let's do this. Nope. Let's transition to this. Should look better. It looks proper. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday. Uh, it's been fun in my house with girls and kids and just fun activities, y'all. So, um, let me see here. Let us get started. I am going to hop in my favorite sim, but I think it's subjective. What's going on, Militant? Assetto Corsa with mods is the best in my opinion, but there's so many that are great. Can't wait for the vid. Well, thanks for joining. Um, I seriously think that you really can't go wrong. And spoiler alert, I think all the Sims are great. I think every one of them are cool. Um, I think they're all fun. I think there's factors that go into it. Um, so yeah, I'll try and jump into iRacing here just because, why not? Um, let's see if my screen actually loads here. All right, looks like we're finally loaded up here. Took a bit to load, but hey, what are you gonna do? Um, but yeah, for me, like, I seriously think Assetto Corsa is an awesome game. It's great if you have a community to race with, for sure. And I think when you look into all the factors, like community to race with, does it have tracks, cars? Does it handle well? Does it work with just about any piece of gear? Um, and can things vary? Uh, Meaning vary by, can I race just a plethora of things, or am I kind of isolated to one thing only? Um, Now we know there's a bunch of different sims out there, and whether you're racing an R Factor or Automobilista 2 or many of the different games, it kind of depends because some of them have thriving online communities, like your iRacing's. ACC has a thriving online community compared to some others. So I think, and you might hear my kids in the background, they're just having breakfast or brunch. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, all depends. Um, what I'm gonna do is ACC has a thriving online community. Let's just jump on track, and I will drive and answer questions. Maybe that'll be a little more fun. As people join, we are 6 minutes in, but I want to make sure I'm here to answer any questions or chat about gear or chat about things that I'm driving or using or, you know, kind of go over any of the Sims. Let's see here. And I will drive and answer questions. I've actually downloaded a ton of different Sims to take a look at while we're here. In fact, chat about gear. Let's jump out of our iRacing. You guys have seen me race this a ton. It makes no sense to jump in there. Any of the Sims. Let's see. Let's see here. I've actually. Let's see if we can jump into some ACC or Assetto Corsa. I had to enable NVIDIA Surround iRacing. You guys have seen me race this a ton. It makes no sense to jump in there. What's going on, Bears Junkie? Yeah. So racing sims, right? Like BeamNG is fun as hell. I love BeamNG, and it's probably one of my favorite games to just jump in and play. Like, you don't need to do anything special with it. Yeah. So all you gotta do is Oculus Rift. Triple screen. What's going on here? I haven't played this in a while, as you can see. And it's probably one of. But yeah, like BeamNG is awesome. It's great to just jump in, pick a car, crash on track, and be silly. However, I've never raced like a race in there, so I'm not sure what you can or cannot do. But let's assign some stuff here. BeamNG is awesome. It's great to just jump in, pick a car, crash on track, and be silly. All right, we've got 900 degrees of rotation, so we're just gonna jump in like a race in there. So I'm not Assetto Corsa because it's a fun game, and again, I absolutely love it. Let's assign some stuff here. BeamNG is awesome. It's great to just jump in, pick a car. All right, crash on track. Let's do that. All right, we've got 900 degrees of rotation, so we're just gonna. Wanted to get these sims all set up prior to, but it was a long night last night trying to get all the games loaded, and things like that. So, yeah, fun times, fun times. Let's see. It's really all I need. But let's be safe. Wanted to get these sims all set up prior to, but it was a long night last night. All right, all the games loaded, and things like that. So, yeah, fun times, fun times. Let's see. Okay, let's see. 905. That's close enough. Wanted to get these sims all set up prior to, but it was a long night last night. All right. Let's go back. I set that up wrong. But yeah, BeamNG is so good. Okay. Alright. Pedals are set up. Shifters. I don't need to set up any of this stuff. Let's go back. I set that up wrong. Alright. But yeah, BeamNG is so good. Let's save it. Let's go back. Let's jump on track and let's drive. Alright, pedals are set up. Shifters. No, I've downloaded a bunch of cars for this, but they may be gone by this point. So let's see. I do love Imola. Monza. Let's just jump in. So yeah, so let's jump on track and let's drive. I think honestly, in my humble opinion, I think iRacing is the best simulation game because of all the things it has. I think it has, how do I say this? Everything you could ask for in a sim when you're online. Let me make sure I set this up correctly. And actually put some headphones on so I can hear, as opposed to all the stuff that's going on around my house. That hopefully the filter is working well. All right, let's see. All right. So Assetto Corsa, such a fun game. The kind of game that this allows you again to modify, add cars. I'm gonna go off track here. But I've oh, as you can see, I kind of suck here. I haven't played this game in a while, but I like ACC right now. Oh man, let's try this again. I like ACC right now, but I'm going to try iracing after the Bears lose the game today. I mean, you should have some confidence in the Bears. Like, I do like Justin Fields on a side note. Like, you know, I do think Justin Fields kind of gets a bad rap. I know we're talking about sim racing, but I think the team hasn't built... Like, the Bears are great at building a defense. They suck at building an offense. I mean, absolutely are atrocious at building an offense. So I'm hoping that eventually they do right by him and put something together. But you mostly rally, though. Like, dirt rally? Or as a EA Sports WRC rally? Because I hear that that game is supposed to actually, the EA Sports one, is going to start supporting triples. But yeah, like, I think the dirt rally games are super fun. And I've tried them. I have a round wheel, but I can't shift properly because I don't have like a sequential shifter or actual brakes outside of my pedal. Oh, good lord. But yeah, see, Assetto course is just cool because, again, this wasn't a car that came in the game. Just one of those that I bought third party, or I think somebody bought it and shared it with me because I was going to race in a series. But yeah, like, totally fun. I love just, actually, I feel like sim racing games are just fun in general. You know, like, you buy all this gear, and I think if you focus on, at the end of the day, just having fun, then all the sim racing games can be fun. I think where we all go wrong is we try and say that one is absolutely better than the other. It's like, well, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Richard Burns. Oh yeah, and Dirt 2.0. I pre-ordered the EA Rally game. They gave me 10% off for having the Dirt Rally game. It was only like $4. That's nice. It's nice to get a discount on something, because saving money is always cool. But are you excited about the EA Rally game, or like, what's your take on it? Because again, I was watching Carl Gosling, and he was talking about it's going to have triple monitor support. And I've never been a big rally guy. I'd like to try it at some point in the future. Just because, why not? Like, try it properly, I mean. Like, not just try it, because I've tried it and failed miserably, but actually get a proper sequential shifter and brake. Oh, off track here. So yeah, I do like Assetto Corsa. One, I think what these games bring to the table, in addition to the mods, is Assetto Corsa or ACC, they bring weather, and they do a really good job at it, so that, you know, you get, if you do a true endurance race, you get true racing elements. Whereas in like iRacing, we know rain is coming, but we still have no idea how it's going to be implemented and if it's going to be done. In any, there goes that cool again. In any reasonable way, that's going to be fun to race on. So yeah, so this is of course Assetto Corsa, and we're racing an LMP2 around Assetto Corsa at Imola. So let's go ahead and try something else, because again, I think this is a great game. Yes, I do have Content Manager. Um, that's how I was able to get. I have all of the, how do I say? I have all of the mods, not all of the mods, but I have a plethora of mods that I have added um, onto Assetto Corsa for things like different cars, the Formula Hybrid cars. Like I wanted to try an F1 car so bad that I ended up buying all of them from RSR. I did a video of that one and another one quite some time ago. But no, I think Assetto Corsa itself is just great. Just because, again, like I said, it allows you to mod everything, add anything, and just have fun. Like that to me is what's the best thing about it. So I do like Assetto Corsa. Um, I'm gonna load up some Automobilist 2. And again, let's see how this rides. Because I think they're all fun. Like I said, I think at the end of the day, spoiler alert, every sim racing game is fun. As long as you can find a community to race with, because AI is fun. And racing AI can be really fun at times. But I would tell anybody, if you're racing just AI, it's not the best. You're not going to get the best racing you're going to ever get. Yeah, you're right. Uh, so I see, like, yeah, I see it. I'm excited for it, but also I'm very hesitant because EA is taking it over. And let's just say I haven't played Madden in like 10 years. It's horrible. Yeah, like where EA is making everything horrible is they're simply just adding microtransactions to everything. And it almost gets to the point where it's like, why? Um, it's not fun when every single time you turn on a game, there's going to be some sort of microtransaction that charges you extra money to play something. You're like, listen, I would love to play this game, but you're gonna like the F1 games are fun. Don't get me wrong, they're fun, and I do enjoy them. Um, but they've gotten to the point where it's like I'm not spending more money on coins to buy um, essentially nothing. Um, I feel like you spend all that money. Ooh, let's look at this. Let's select that. Let's start. But I feel like um, you spend all of this money on a game. You buy the game. You you start racing in it. And it's like, oh well, wait a minute. You want to buy this extra level of content? Like I get DLC, um, but I don't like. Let's see if I map this properly. Like I don't like how I have no control in the pit. This kind of annoys me. Um, but like EA Sports has gotten to a point now where it's kind of sad because all they're doing is charging you microtransactions. I hate that. I need to figure out how to. Oh, you know what? I probably ought to map the right buttons here. In fact, I think I have a different wheel set up for this game. So let's do that. Let's get this wheel off. Um, as you guys know, I absolutely love the GSI X29. Again, one of my favorite wheels. But I think what we're going to use the Varian Simtech Omega 1. Should have the Pro here soon for review. Been excited about that coming. Um, let's see. This is what I used last time. So let's see. And let's map the buttons accordingly. Alright. Let's go in. Let's change the configuration. Let's see. Gear up. Believe it or not, Wreckfest is what got me into sim racing. That game is so much fun. I've never actually tried Wreckfest, so I can't say how much I like it or not because I've never actually tried it. I'm gonna have to restart this. But yeah, we're gonna just jump from sim to sim, and like I said, answer questions, play around. This probably won't be my most enjoyable video ever, but hopefully you get some enjoyment out of it. Um, let me set up the controls. Yeah, that's weird. It now wants to recognize. All right, let's go back. Let's jump in. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Assistance. Auto clutch. Oh no. All right. Let's go and jump on track and see. So Wreckfest is not something I've actually, like I said, I've never played it, so I don't know how it feels. And I think again, when I'm thinking of a sim racing game, like, you know, uh, what are like, is there a thriving community? Is there a plethora of cars I can race? Is it suiting what I like to race? You know what I mean? Like, none of it matters if, um, let's see. None of it matters if it doesn't race the cars I want to race. So yeah, like I said, just I don't know. I can't say I've played that one. Let's see if we can actually get on track and drive this time and do it again. So AMS2, I'm not sure if you guys have ever played this one. Like any of them and all of them, they are interesting. They can be fun. Um, all right, let's see if we can get on track here. Yeah, let's race in the Senna's Formula V10. But yeah, like I think this game, like it's like one of my guys talks about how this game has great AI racing. And I think that's cool. And if all you want to do is race AI, then yeah, like I think any of the games you play, I think if you're racing against AI, then I stay away from iRacing entirely. I think AI is fun at times, and iRacing, if you're just wanting to practice and be around cars, like maybe you just are jumping into like multi-class racing, or you're new to iRacing overall, like I was. I did a couple, you know, AI races just to get the handle on things, just to see like how this game operates, because I tried that game with controller like, oh my god, probably 5-6 years ago, and was like, oh well, this isn't what I had expected before I got into the sim racing scene. Hey Kolya, what is going on? So if you guys don't know, Kolya, it's the owner, I guess, CEO, big guy over at Varian Simtech, and hopefully you can see we're racing some Formula wheels, and we are using the Varian Simtech Omega 1. Never thought I'd see you on the stream here, Kolya. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That's how I've been saying it for a while. But yeah, so AMS2, fun game. Again, yeah, another game. So AMS2, and I don't know, Kolya, do you play AMS2? Like outside of iRacing, is there any other sim that you play? Because I'm really an iRacing guy right now. Hey, I said it right. Thanks, Sean, man. I appreciate it. Like, I'll try my best to make content. I'm trying to be somewhat interesting. I don't know if this one is as pleasing. Only iRacing, Kolya. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I'm mainly an iRacing guy, but I'm gonna try and dabble in some others. Probably F123. I'll try that, but you know, iRacing is taken over my life. But if you're in a sim, guys, like at the end of the day, like where are you having fun? You know, like where are you able to just get on track, pick up a car that you like, whether that's again dirt rally or iRacing. Like iRacing's big problem for most is just the entry cost. Like the subscription is not bad, and if you just want to do rookie races and just race in the MX5 or Formula V, you can actually run pretty much an entire season for free. But that, you know, to me is pretty cool. But then it's a yearly fee, and you get sucked in because the just so many cars and so many tracks. Like you can race everything. Let's see, Kolya wanted to do a stream from my rig today, but setting everything up is a pain, taking way longer than expected. Oh no, that sucks. What are you going to be streaming on? You going to be on Twitch? I presume streaming from Bavarian Simtech? And besides, what are you going to be racing? I'm presuming GT3's IMSA? Maybe do a little spa? But yeah, so this is AMS2, and like I said, if you like good AI racing, like, because I've never really played this as much, I can't say whether it's great or not from a personal standpoint, but I think, again, as we've said, it's great if you like it. Not gonna make it today, Kolya. Oh no, that sucks. Well, you gotta let us know when you stream so we can get on, and I think you're gonna be streaming that wonderful, beautiful purple Omega 1 Pro. If you guys haven't been on BavarianSimTech.com, like I said, you can see I'm running the Omega 1 right now. They have their Omega Pro, and they will be at ADAC, which I wish I could be in Germany for that one. But they will be at ADAC this year, so if you are across the pond and have the ability to check it out, I would recommend going. They're going to have their Omega 1s there. They're going to have their Omega Pro. They're going to have a plethora of rigs set up so you can try them out. So if you're in the area, go give them a check out. I think if you were to go see the wheels, you will be excited for what you see. As you can see, I am using mine now. It is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Let's see. But yeah, Kolya, let me know when you're on. You know, I'm always there, so it's all good. Especially if you're on, which benefits you because you're on in the evening. And that's in the middle of the day or around lunchtime for me. So typically I watch your stream while I'm working. So yeah, when you're on, I'll be there for sure. See you take on the Pablos of the world. Let's see. So Sky, my guy Solomon. Thanks, Cole. You let me know. Yeah, like I said, I'll definitely be on. You know, I'm always a fan. Or I don't know if I should be a fanboy, but I'm a huge fan of Bavarian Simtech, guys. It's yeah. And they're coming out with a GT wheel. I don't know if that's news. He has talked about it on his site, but they're coming out with their GT wheel, and I'm excited by that. Just because, again, you know, you use good quality, you appreciate good quality, and you want to keep good quality. So, yeah. So my guy Solomon, which sim do I prefer outside of iRacing? Right now, it's really iRacing or nothing, because I don't really play many of the ones that I own, which is every one of them. But what I am going to try this year, as soon as I get my Pro wheel, is I want to dabble in some F123. And I've been wanting to do it, but I want to hold off. But the key is, before I even jump into that, making sure that my Omega 1 Pro, or Omega Pro, can play Rocket League. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, when you see the review, you'll see me trying some Rocket League on there. But yeah, like, I think, you know, let's get into a different game. But I think ultimately, iRacing has taken over my life. And if anybody's played iRacing, you know that iRacing requires a lot, or any sim game requires a lot of your time. It requires a lot of your life to be given to the iRacing gods. Many of you guys I've raced with online, or you're part of my league, or, you know, you guys are really good. You know, some of you 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K. Like, iRacing has become the cult classic that has taken over the world. And because it's been around for so long, and you have a plethora of cars you can race in it. The difference with some of the other games out there, let's jump in a little R Factor 2. Let's try that out. I haven't been in that for a while. The difference with iRacing, and I kind of put iRacing in its own category. Yeah, Big Natty, your wallet. Yes, my background, Kolya, is the Omega 1 Pro. Like, that has been my background since I was able to customize it. And the funny thing is, once you add purple to the site, I'll customize it and add that as my background. It's been my background for, quite some time now. Yeah, it's been my background since you guys let us customize it. So, and I've been bragging about that wheel for a while now. So yeah, um, it's again, I know I'm not supposed to be a fanboy and be objective, and I am objective. Like, people who watch me know I'm pretty objective in all the things I share, because at the end of the day, people spend their hard-earned money. Like I said, you know, the two things that we talked about, Koya, my stickers are coming off on here, and the grips are harder on here than they are on the Pro. The Pro has got significantly nicer grips from everybody I've talked to. Um, but like, this wheel is made, you know, I got one of the first ones, and then I sent it back, got a quick replacement that was at my house less than a week, like less than, like, it's like a few days, and they had a replacement to me. And I bragged about that because, again, customer service matters more to me than anything. Like, a great wheel is great, but if it doesn't work for you and you have issues with it, you need to be able to call somebody, contact them, and say, hey, something's wrong, can you fix it? And, you know, you guys, Koya, were absolutely great with that, and I can't rave enough about it. Um, so yeah, the Omega One, or the Omega Pro, has been my background for months now. So if you ever watch it in my streams, sometimes you'll see it in the background when I'm talking, just because, again, it's my favorite wheel. Um, but yeah, so let's jump into some R Factor. Um, and once I have that wheel, I'll explain the differences to everybody between the One and the Pro, um, which I think once you see the differences, you see, good lord, like, I'm gonna skip these updates. Like, clearly I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, we're gonna just jump in. Let's get this all set up. And like I said, I apologize for not having this all set up beforehand. That's on me. Um, Haha, yeah, I was actually building another Devil Red one that evening so we could instantly send that one the next day. Oh, wow. Well, then, again, that totally worked out in my benefit, because once I got it, I was totally excited. Oh, what is going on here? Let's see. Now it's not calibrating. Let's run the control wizard. Let's see, next step. I love it when stuff works right out the box. As you can see, I have set up VRS Direct Force Pro Wheel here. Let's see, you're not missing much with R Factor 2, great force feedback, but not enough online players. LFM isn't that great. Laugh out loud. Yeah, like, I like R Factor because I think when, and you're right, the force feedback is amazing. Um, and for me, where it's awesome is, again, I like racing the Formula. Why is this not working? Like, why is this giving me a headache? Why does everything have to be complicated? But when I first tried it, my favorite part was actually running in some let's see, oh yeah, very temperamental. I still can't get the sound to play through my speakers. Yeah, like, it seems temperamental now. It says VRS Direct Force Pro Wheel, but it's not recognizing anything. Like, yeah, so we're gonna turn it off. Close R Factor 2. What I'll do is I'll let it run its updates in the background. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Um, but I do like running um, the McLaren car. Like, and the downloads on it are pretty cool. Um, running downloads. I mean, not running downloads. Getting content for it was pretty sweet. Um, let's see. Let's pull up Steam. Let's see if I can get another game to load here while that's doing its million updates. Or maybe I'll just talk about some other stuff. So what was I gonna say? And again, forgive me, this is gonna be just a silly stream about sim racing games. So, like I said, iRacing, great, expensive. You're paying per track, per car. Great. R Factor 2, the first time I put it on though, I ran the McLaren Senna car. And I was able to download it because Steam has their download network of gear. And I was like, wow, this is really fun. Like, why doesn't people play this game? And then you start seeing the issues. Whether it wouldn't load up correctly, whether, like you said, the sound would go away, just very finicky. And then couldn't really find an online community of people that were racing the game, having a ton of fun. Or, you know, you turn on a YouTube and you see what issues they're having in the sim, which again was yet another thing that was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, why does this game have so much promise, but yet, you know, it is failing every single time. So it became one of those games like, well, I guess I won't, you know, I won't worry about it. I'm not gonna play it. It's all good. Um, Man, 60 freaking things to update though. This is ridiculous. Like, I just want to jump in the game and share my experiences with it. But, you know, like I said, we'll jump to something else. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. So again, you're more than welcome to ask me questions. You're more than welcome to ask me questions about gear too, or setup, or things that I have, just because, hey, I'm here to help as much as I possibly can. Um, but yeah, so R Factor 2, I think we all remember, like, there was if I'm not mistaken, they had a race going on, and Max Verstappen was in that one, and like it crashed. Or it was kicking people out. And it's like, at the end of the day, as it was kicking people out of the servers, as it was crashing, it was like, oh well, I mean, why are they host games on R Factor 2? And it's kind of one of those things where, why would you host something on R Factor 2 when you have iRacing available? Or at minimum, you have Assetto Corsa. Like, at least Assetto Corsa allows you to add as many different mods as you want. I think if you're running a racing series right now, I run it in iRacing. Um, Although if you are watching any ESL with Rensport, that kind of, and I put them on here as a game, and I've never tried them. I don't have the how do I say? I do not have the beta key. I've tried getting one. I've tried registering for one. I registered for it literally like the second day it was out, and like many, I've been sitting here waiting to try it. But the more I hear about it, it's still not even really close to being ready. And it is a beta. You know, watching people talk about the alpha review, which was, again, you know, but it is a beta. And remembering that, you know, betas aren't finished products. Um, but the fact that they're running an entire sim racing league, an esports league, um, in a game that's not finished. And I get they're trying to drum up demand for the game. Um, but yeah, it just, I just don't get it. FYI, AMS2 has a content manager now, so you can add mods, Project Cars 2, and tracks and cars. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out. And I think, actually, one of my guys on here, Sky, was telling me the same thing. Like, they have a way to add mods to AMS2. Like everything, I need to check it out and see. I just, you know, with iRacing taking over my life, I don't have time to jump in as many sims as I would like, just because, as I said, like, iRacing has ruined every game, and it's taken over my PS5 life. Although, not sure if any of you guys play PS5 or you play the Spider-Man games, but I will be playing that new Spider-Man game when it launches. Um, October can't come fast enough, which will be here today. But I mean, the game's release is like I think in another week or so. So super, super, super excited about that. Just because I think Spider-Man 2 is going to be amazing. Spider-Man and Miles Morales is, Spider-Man are going to be amazing. Um, Not sure if you guys play it, but again, that's going to be taking over my life for a few weeks. So you might see that I might stream or record significantly less. Although I'm thinking about just continuing to do these Saturday 11 a.m. sessions, just for anything. Like I said, whether it's I stream a couple hours of me racing and chatting, whether I stream a couple hours of me just having fun. Um, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out. This is taking forever. Like, let's try skipping updates again and see if I can get it to now. I've let it install quite a bit of updates. Let's try this again. Content and settings. Settings. Calibrate control. Run control wizard. Next step. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, good lord. That is painful. That is utterly painful. Trying to get that set up. We're going to try it one last time and see if we can get it to do anything. Um, yeah, Big Natty, like you're right. This game is starting to test my patience. Um, See if we can get it to load one more time. If not, we'll jump into something else. Skip updates. All right. Content settings. Let's see. VRS DirectForce Pro. Run control wizard. Okay, next step. Yeah, it's not even showing anything on the screen. So this is a waste of my time. Yeah, we're gonna just X this out because this is a waste. Oh, well, there you go. Maybe don't pick up R Factor 2. Let's try this. Let's jump into a little F123. Um, Now for you guys who like racing sims, this is not a racing sim. Um, it's a fun game, but it's not your traditional racing sim. Like if you have gear and you spent, thousands of dollars on sim racing products, as much as I'd like to say this is a racing sim, I don't think of it as a racing sim. They've added some sim elements, but it's not truly a racing sim. Um, F123 is to escape because I've already set this up. Yeah. I can't remember what button I set up to say okay, but we'll push enough buttons in. Yeah, the fact that I have to scroll all the way down in order to see any of this. But yeah, F123, not a racing sim. It's a racing game, Similar to me to your favorite tracks. Bermuda Islands, man, that's a beautiful place. So do you live there, Norman? Um, Wait a minute. For some reason, I am not getting all of my monitors. Let's see, video mode. Ah, that will make sense. Confirm changes. Let's make sure we run triple monitors. Look at that. That looks great, doesn't it? Except, all right, there we go. No, I did set this up, so before. Like, it takes a second for the force feedback to. Oh, wait a minute. This game is weird. I need to change. My setup so that VRS changes it. Apologize for that. Let's see. F123. There we go. For some strange reason, it's showing up blank right now. Like, hopefully it's not still showing up blank. Yeah, can you guys see me? Let me know. Let's try this again. Okay, good. So F1, live in Bermuda. You're a Bermudian, even though you attended junior high school and college in the U.S. Oh wow. Okay. Where'd you live in the U.S.? All right, glad you can see me now. So F1 2023, significantly better than 2022. I can actually drive it. Now, I'm not good at it. And I feel like it's... Like, I feel like looking at this, it's not very optimized for... I mean, it looks better, but the sides look stretched. Really weird. Like, my side mirror is weird looking. But, it's like, what makes me mad though is, like, I watch these guys who are super fast at this game and they use that weird top-down view, and it makes me think again, that's the reason why it's not a real sim. If you can use a top-down view, then it's a game, no different than Forza Motorsport and, you know, Forza Horizon. Like, and those guys are probably fast in regular sims like iRacing, and, you know, if you're a esports racer, like, you're fast. But, like, the fact that the game lets you use that silly top-down view, I want to see, you know, if I'm going to watch the best of the best, like, I want to see you racing like it's a real race car. You know, otherwise, why? You know, but a lot of them are run that weird view. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. But yeah, if this is the game you're getting, like I said, this to me is a video game. Oh wow, wait a minute, I can't see. I need to stop this because I can't see the chat. It's like my screen is just being weird. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, I have no idea why that is, well, that was looking like that. Sorry about that, guys, if it was looking weird to you. But yeah, so this to me is just a game. It's not made to be a real sim. You can have tons of fun in it, like any other game. But if you was to ask me what a sim racing game is, or how it looks, or things like that, I'm probably not going to say this is a sim racing game. As far as a pure sim, this can be fun, it can be intense. But the problem also is EA took over the game, and yeah, it's like, let's see, wow. Yep, went to high school at South Junior High and Morgantown in Morgantown, West Virginia. A huge culture shock for an island boy in the mid-'80s. I bet. I'm from New York, and West Virginia would be a culture shock to me too. I've been a couple times, and it's, you know, when you get out of your surroundings, those areas are going to be culture shock, just because, you know, again, it's like, I live in Columbus, Ohio now, and when people come from smaller towns just to Columbus, they say it's a culture shock because it's just different. You know, you come from a small town where it's, you know, 800 people, you know, 2,000 people, then you come to Columbus. You know, there are well over a million, 2 million people in the central Ohio area. You know, that is a culture shock for many. Bears jumped down from Chicago and West Virginia would be a culture shock. Yeah, see, yeah. Yeah, like, I live in New York, so I'd never seen a real trailer park. Um, and it's not the same thing negative, it's just I've never seen a trailer park. I mean, I live in the projects, I live in the hood. Um, so, seeing projects or what they call tenement buildings, is, yeah, with thousands of people living, 30, 40 floors. That was interesting to say the least. And then I went to West Virginia, the trailer park, and was like, "Oh wow, this is different." So yeah, it's parts of this country you go and you're like, it's small town life, definitely different experiences, different music, different people. But yeah, I'm done with this. So that's F123. I again, like I said, I don't think of it a um, as a true simulation of racing and things like that. Yeah, Big Natty, you in Cincinnati. I kind of figured as much. I mean, nobody goes by Big Natty anywhere else outside of Cincinnati. So, yeah, but yeah, we're neighbors. I was just in Cincinnati, taking my kids to Kings Island not too long ago. Tons of fun. If you guys have the opportunity to go to Kings Island in Cincinnati, super fun place to go. Let's turn this off. We're gonna quit F123. Let's jump into something else that could be a little bit fun as well. Let's see. What do we got here? We tried to get into R Factor 2. Like I said, that was kind of horrible. Let's just jump into some iRacing while we wait. Let's see. Let's see. Going from Chicago to the Tampa area was a big change. It's just different everywhere. Yeah, I mean, like when you go from something to something you don't know, like it just becomes horrible. Like initially, because you're trying to figure out how do I say this? You're just trying to figure out where you fit in a new place. And if you move there by yourself, oh, that's even worse. Um, that's where you're like, oh man, like I don't know why I decided to do this. Um, yeah, like I moved from New York to Columbus, Ohio, and it was just a culture shock on many different levels. I'm gonna take this back off. Um, because you go from a major city like New York, and the next thing you know, you're in a smaller city like Columbus where the food is different, the people are different, um, the lifestyle, the atmosphere, everything is just different across the board. It just makes everything more complicated because now you've got to rediscover all those things you thought you knew, all those things you were comfortable with, all the areas you could just walk to, especially in New York where you could just walk to everything. Um, I didn't own a car until I became an adult. Um, I was 21 when I got my first car, where if I lived in Columbus, I mean, I'd have wanted a car as soon as I was able to drive. So to me, it's just different. Let's jump in. to some iRacing. And again, I wanted to jump into some BeamNG, um, because that game is just tons of fun. If it loads up fast enough, but something tells me it's not going to be nice to me. But I seriously think iRacing is just, and I know, for some people it hasn't been like, for you, Big Natty, like it hasn't made you go, wow, like I have to invest in this. But if you're running, ACC, if you just like GT cars, then ACC, because it has all the racing elements to it, it's probably going to be, of them all, the best. Whereas if you want multi-class, if you want just a million different tracks, if you want as close as you can get to, I need to change my settings back here. Sorry. I have my F123 settings here set for iRacing. Well, let's just say that's not good. But I think iRacing, just because unlike ACC, how do I say this? ACC doesn't allow you to play anything but a GT car, and if I want to race anything other than the GT car, that gives me the ability to do that in iRacing. Like I can jump in. I think last season I jumped into the LMP3 for the first time, and that's what I'm driving now. Love it. And you race on track with GT4s. You can do an all GT race. You can do an all Ferrari race. And I think the way iRacing is set up, with the lobbies and the point system, like the iRating, they could do better there, because the iRating is just a general iRating, where it'd be better if it was by car class. Like, you have an iRating, like they do it by, they do it currently just by everything. But if you had, like, alright, you had a GT car rating, you had a prototype car rating, you had an open wheel, like, then you're more apt to be racing against people that are similar to your speed. With it just being one general across the board, well, then it makes it complicated, because then you're just racing against people that are just super fast, super quick, and super ridiculous. And then you just feel like an idiot, because like you're like, man, I've got a 3K I rating, but maybe you've dedicated yourself to one car, and that one car you're super quick at, or that one car class, like you're really fast in GTs, GT3s, and then you jump into a GT4 race and you suck. But now, because your I rating is 4,000, well, you're going to jump in and, the highest split against people that you clearly aren't nearly as good against. And that can just make your life miserable. But yeah, Beer Shanky, I know why I did it. I was 23 and Florida girls look good. He said was 23, so I'm guessing you're a little bit older now, and girls do it everywhere, brother. Trust me. I'm a married man. I love my wife to death. But if you're single, yeah, women make guys do every dumb thing. I've had buddies move out to Arizona because apparently Arizona girls cute too. Jump on ACC, yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's freaking downloading some updates, which is just silliness. Let's see. Laugh out loud. It's an excellent reason to migrate to another state. It totally is. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see here. Of course, my chat window. No, let's be complicated. Let's see. Let's see. It's real GT3 driver out there who sim races who said iRacing better for GT class than ACC. But yeah, I think ACC, because here's where I think when you dedicate your entire life to one thing, then you work on perfecting that one thing, and I think that's where ACC is focused. They want to be the go-to for any GT3 racing. Now, I say this, I've never been in a real GT3 race car. I have no idea how they're supposed to operate. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, ACC, iRacing, which do I prefer? I prefer GT3 cars and iRacing because I don't like mashing the brake as hard as I can. And, you know, GT3 cars and iRacing, you're kind of going to get to 80, 85% and start your trail braking. You're never really going to get to max, although they did make some updates where you use a little bit more of the ABS. Whereas in ACC, like, I had to turn down my load cell because my calf muscle was on fire after a while from just the constant beating on the brake, trying to just make sure that I didn't kill myself. Hey, my daughter's here. They're all dressed up. Oh, I'm actually talking to people. Yeah. You got your outfits on? You princess? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's going to see you on camera.
Okay.
Well, they can see the top of your head, though. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just not. Let's see. I'm just not getting the. Oh, this feels so great feeling iRacing yet. Also, the visuals aren't the greatest, and I'm a visual guy. I still have 2 months to play around with it. Yeah, like if you're looking at visuals. Oh, you moved my camera. Can I? I gotta fix my camera, little one. Bye. Love you. Oh, looks like my daughter jumped on here. She's silly. But what's I gonna say? Let's see. So yeah, Big Natty, I would say if you're wanting a visual game, yeah, like iRacing compared to ACC visually, it's not as stunning. They're built on completely different engines, and that's going to be a big deciding factor between the two. But I would say the online community, the racing, is significantly better. Like, you get... Now, you still get bad racing. In any sim. Like, I've raced in ACC. Like, I do not like how the race starts are in ACC. Where, like, you're invisible until you get to the line. As opposed to, like, iRacing where, like, no, you actually have a presence. So if I hit you, like, I actually have to not, you know... So that, like, that's a little different. And I like the pace car element, but ACC to me has the best visuals for a game because, again, it's dedicated to one thing, and they've decided to become the master of GT racing as opposed to the company that just has everything. And I think iRacing can take elements from different games, and I wish iRacing can be on a significantly better racing engine. But in the same sense, Like the Unreal Engine 5, I think they're on now. Like some of these games still don't support triple screens properly. Some of the elements are a little more complicated to get to run. And like I said, iRacing just has a lot more cars to be able to run. Like I'm running an LMP3. And again, that a la carte method is not for everybody. Um, it can be uh it can be very expensive. Like I said, I think I've finally gotten up to the point where I have the discounts, the mass bulk discounts. I think I've spent over $600 in iRacing. So yeah, like it's definitely something that you're gonna spend a pretty penny. Um, it's it's just so expensive. Um, but at the end of the day, let's have some BeamNG. See if I can get it to work. I love BeamNG. Um, but ult. My daughters are Philly. They're yelling about going potty. Um, but I would say Big Natty. I would say if you love ACC, then don't change. Like you know what I mean. Like there's no sense in changing. Like if you're a GT driver, you love GT cars, don't go down the let's see what else. Yeah, it's fine. Um, don't go down the pitfall of iRacing and spending all of the money you're gonna have to get everything to work the way you want it and have all the cars and all the content because where it gets you is let's see. Um, where it gets you is you spend so much money. Like you say you want to do the Ferrari, you're a Ferrari guy. Well, you want to do the Ferrari challenge. Like you buy, you get your license up to D, you get past the D license, and then you get to a point where I don't know, you start running the Ferrari challenge. Well, then you gotta start buying tracks. So you bought the car, the car was $11.99, but then you gotta buy the track, and there's 12 weeks in the season, you might own 5 of the tracks. Well, clearly now you gotta buy 7 more if you want to run the whole season. The good thing is once you buy the tracks and you own the tracks are yours. So that's not a bad thing. Um, so but yeah, like the visual thing is definitely, I'm kind of like with Bear's Junkie. Like I like the visual part, but at the end of the day, I like all the extra elements, especially the racing and the different cars, and the thriving online community. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But like I said, ACC is awesome. I think it's pretty cool anywhere you go. Um, let's see, and there's another GT3 racer that says it's the closest thing to reality. So we have both sides of the coin. Yeah, like I said, I think ACC because they've dedicated all their time to it. They're probably similar or the closest. ACC is my main, but I do AMS2, AC Race Room, etc. Level Out, and of course Hogwarts Legacy. I've not played Hogwarts Legacy. Um, that's something I would gladly change. Let's see. Let's set some bindings. All right. Steering left. Let's see. Let's see. Shift up. see. Shift down. Oh, I gotta click apply. Yeah, we're gonna jump in some beaming here. Like I said, I apologize for not having some of these games set up because I don't, I have all of these games in my Steam, but I don't play them regularly just because there's just so many things to play. Supply. Let's see. I don't have a clutch. I need a parking brake. Shift up, shift down. All right, let's try and do some free roam. Let's do an East Coast city in the US. Let's do an industrial area. Let's spawn that. Let's see if it'll let us race in. Let's see. Yeah, my daughter's here. How's the driving going? Fun, Hannah. Fun. Just having fun. Let's see if I can get this to work. We'll try this, and then ACC is being complicated. Oh, wait a minute. Why is this? Let's go to settings. Home. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Options. Keep forgetting some of these games. High quality, but I need to get graphics. Let's see, let's get to inspiration, debug. Let's see. Why can't I get this to run? It's weird because I can't get it to recognize my triple monitors. Oh, display, there we go. Full screen, 170 hertz. Okay, let's see if it'll. Probably should hit apply. Okay. Let's select a different car. Let's select this thing. Let's replace the current car. Oh, wait a minute. Go back to options. Controls. Gameplay. Steering. All right. All right, so that works. Let's see if I can adjust this properly. Now this is not going as successful as I wanted it to go. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's change the settings here. There we go. So beam in G. All right. And let's say let's go back. All right. So here's the wonderful beam in G. Ah. Oh. Tire is all messed up. Let's reset that. Alright, let's take a look at BeamNG. Now this game I gotta set the engine mode. Okay. What's going on, Neil? I'm just trying to look at some BeamNG here. Haven't played this for a while. Again, like I was saying, like some of these sims aren't necessarily worth the money, but I think this one is. I just think the options you have to change with it, and that, if I remember correctly, this is one of those games that I genuinely had issues with trying to toggle everything, because it can be an interesting game. It's a fun game, and the physics are amazing in it. But like everything, there, it's one of those games where, like, it's just got too many options for me to be able to figure it out so easily. Yep, kids popped in to say hi. With the recent announcement of Quest 3 and the also recent announcements of BeamNG now supporting VR, have you considered the new Quest a possible purchase? So, I get VR motion sickness, which freaking sucks. And some games I can play, some games I can't. So, I don't know. Oh, next camera, see. It's better. Some games I can play, some games I can't. So for me, like, it's always come down to, like, I had the PlayStation VR myself, and that worked fine. Let's try this out. Oh, don't crash. A tree. That's pretty easy. Let's see. Let's get a new car. But yeah, so I thought about it. Like, let me see. I thought about getting the PlayStation is there a reason why now I can't turn? Oh, because but yeah, I did think about getting one, but like I said, I do want to get the PlayStation 5 VR just because. Wait a minute. I did want to get the. I did want to get the PlayStation 5 VR, but there's only like a select few amount of games I can play with it, so it became one of those things where, like, eventually I'll get one. But for right now, like, I can't play so many of them. So it becomes an exercise in futility. Force feedback. Apply. But yeah, I'd love to try VR in many of these games. I just don't have. Oh. I just don't know if I can. Just because. Oh, hold on. I just don't know if I can, because for me, visually, these things just make me get sick. And I've talked to others who said maybe you should try just a little over time and you can get used to it. But one thing I noticed with the PlayStation VR, the first one, because the fidelity wasn't there, I think maybe that had something to do with it. So like, I'd like to try it again, but we'll see. Yeah, because I think for me, the future of like sim racing for me is a motion setup. I have no feedback whatsoever. I gotta figure out how to do that. But the idea of VR with a motion rig, let's see. How do I? Oh, enabled. Haha. Now let's try driving. Okay. The wheel's not moving now. Let's try this again. I'm troubleshooting all the things you guys should have figured out when you get in yours. Force feedback. Boom. Boom. 360. Keeps making me recalibrate and filter. Enable force feedback. Apply. Let's try this again. Alright, I can actually feel the car now. Big Natty, you don't do VR, but I've been told that AMS2 is the best, but ACC isn't that great. Not sure about iracing and other sims. I don't want to be closed off like that. I like to look around my room. So iracing, I hear, is really good in VR. But I've never played it, obviously. I have my own issues. But there are plenty of others who have that absolutely love it. I think it all depends, you know what I mean? Like, I have a triple monitor setup, and to me, I can see everything I need to see. So I don't know why I'd want any more than that. Let's try this one more time. Except BeamNG is fun. As you can see, I mean, I'm driving in a cityscape and it's got mods everywhere. But I don't know the city, and as you guys saw me messing around with it, it's boom, I ended up in somebody's house. Oh man, like I said, maybe next time we do this I'll have it all set up. Well, next time when I do something, I promise I have this stuff set up before I even. But it is a fun game. Oh, and it's got real world like physics, so it makes it so much harder because, you know, Um, I'm trying to play this like I would any sim game, but it's like, no, Ray, you're driving what would theoretically be a real car on a real roadway. Am I using the KS wheel? No, this is the GSI X29. To be honest, I want to try the KS wheel. I have been to Micro Center a bunch to try it out. I had the Cube Controls F Pro that I got from there and tried out, and I just didn't like it. I know some people prefer it. I know some people like it more than others. It's all about personal preference. I would much rather have the X29. It feels great in my hands. I love the grips. I love that tacky feeling to them. The Mosaic KS, I think, will actually be... I anticipate it being one of the best entry-level wheels. If not the best when you think about what you get for how much it costs. But, at the end of the day, I want to get my hands on it first. One of my guys actually has one who races with us in my little sim racing league. It's pretty freaking cool. And he said he loves it. And he has... Yeah, that's completely destroyed. But let's get out of here and see. But no, yeah, the Mosaic KS wheel, I think the KS wheel is going to be probably the best bang for buck around. I've got the hub, I ordered it so I can try the KS wheel. I don't want to commit to buying it just yet until I try it out. But I think the KS wheel is going to be probably the best bang for buck because I like the McLaren wheel. What's it making me do this again? Oh, I uninstalled it. Yeah, so JJ, I think the KS wheel will be the best wheel out there. I just think it's gonna... I want to try it first because I love this X29, but the price of the X29 with clutches, it doesn't have thumb encoders, which I think is... It's an omission that they made knowing that they're coming out with their GXL V2 from GSI, but like, I mean, tell me that's not pretty. I mean, that is a pretty wheel, no matter which way you look at it. I think it's absolutely stunning. But ultimately, yeah, I don't know. I think this wheel is amazing. I think when you look at it, it's amazing. But again, it's fun. Yeah, Neil the Goat. Yeah, ACC. Yeah, you love this game. Let's see. Let's just jump in some practice. Now, I'm going to probably need to reset up my settings here. I haven't set them up. Alright, let's set this up. Oh, well, wait a minute. ifs. I'm just gonna map some stuff here. Maps and buttons.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright. Got some ACC set up. Oh, wait a minute. I need to set this up for triple screens. Apply. There we go. It's looking quite sketchy there for a sec. And let's go. I'll leave it like this for now. It looks completely wonky. But we'll just drive. Alright, ACC. Those roads, track and BeamNG is a bit country-like in makeup. Reminds me of an old coal mining road in West Virginia. Yeah. That definitely would remind you of that. Yeah, this game, I don't know why the racing line is on. I know the track, but I've never raced it in this game. Now, like I said, visually this game is amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. Oh, I just noticed something. SimHub is not working. Let's connect SimHub. Make sure that it's actually displaying. Oh, it's detecting that I'm running iracing. That might be why nothing is working. Alright, let's try driving one more time. There we go. Now I've got visuals. Now what I like is I'm using the lovely dash. And because ACC actually gives you content and telemetry, I think that's where iRacing just sucks balls. The fact that you get no telemetry. Now, as you guys who play this game know, like, higher temperature, from my understanding, really matters. I'm starting to hate this damn green line on here. It's annoying. So, like I said, this looks absolutely beautiful. Like, you know, once you get your graphic settings set up, it looks amazing. I mean, especially when you compare it to the... Alright, I gotta take off this stupid green line. Where's it at? Assist. Just turn them all off. Yeah, because it's even downshifting for me. Like, that's just annoying, to say the least. But yeah, like someone is actually finally trying ACC. I've had ACC, and I mean, I think, Neil, you've seen I've streamed a few races. Like, on tracks that I know, I can at least be at the back and competitive at the back of the field. Like I said, I just don't drive GT cars much. But if you guys really want me to get in some sessions with you, just let me know. Struggle at the back of the pack. One of my favorite tracks is Circuit Zolder. I love Circuit Zolder. Monza I like. But every time I've played Circuit Zolder in this game, I was like, oh, I like this. I'm acting like I don't like it. You guys are hilarious. In all honesty, like, I don't say I didn't like it. It's just not my cup of tea. But it looks absolutely amazing. Like I said, I mean, it actually has rain in it, which I think adds to the, you know, but like, here's the thing. The online community, in order for it to be even decent, LFM had to come in and establish something to have a proper rating system and online community and to get it to thrive. I got you driving iRacing. You know, next season, you know, after we do AMS2 in my racing league, and if you guys are interested, we do a racing league every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. It's no damage. It's purely about fun. And it's just to go out there with a bunch of guys, get on track, and be silly. We have a session tonight at 9:30, so it'll be interesting as I need to make some updates. But we're going to do AMS2 likely next season because a couple people have asked because they don't have iRacing. Yeah, they don't have iRacing, so it's like, alright, we'll do AMS2. Like I said, if you want to do ACC, oh yeah, I'm having incredible understeer. I don't have a setup or anything. I'm just using whatever the basic stuff is. Yeah, like the understeer here is ridiculous. I know you got to get your tire temps within a certain range. I don't drive GT cars. Haven't done so in quite some time, so I'm used to things that have downforce. Quite a bit of it. So now it's just trying to figure out. Look at my front suspension setup. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I don't know. Yes. Oh, the understeer is crazy. Yeah, you guys who play this game, you would kill me. Yeah. Not a fan of the hands in front, but I'll leave it on there. So yeah, like this is literally me just playing. I mean, we've been on here for 2 hours now, and I have played almost every sim I have, because R-Factor2 just wouldn't work. So maybe that paints a picture of the game. Maybe you should invest in it if you haven't, because it is like I couldn't get it to load. One thing I will say I do enjoy about ACC2 is the force feedback, because it runs at a higher hertz range, like at 400 or something crazy like that, compared to iracing. It's at like 60. It's just so crisp, you have to dial things down. And I know a lot of people for iracing use IRFFB. Which can be much better and help you with the force feedback in iracing. So much understood. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm quite slow. I have not done Race Room, and it's one of them I own, but it's going to take too long to download. I literally had to download most of these, and thank God I have a massive second drive that I put all of my racing games on. Oh, come on. Probably should have broke earlier there. But yeah, so like I said, this is just, you know, overall, like, if you take anything from the 2 hours we jumped into all of these games and streamed and played around and set up key bindings and, you know, I promise to get better at this streaming stuff, but, like, what you like is what you like. What you enjoy is what you enjoy. Nobody's gonna ever agree that we all like the same games all of the time. Sim racing is a very subjective, like every game though, like, you know, every game is subjective. They're all just, they're made to take your money and you need to have fun with all of them. If you're fighting over which game is better, then you're missing the movie. Like, none of us are professional race car drivers, or less than, you know, a percentage of us are actual out here racing on track, competing for championships, racing in real GT cars or prototype cars, and Like, there's a very select few people who are doing those things. And those people make money. So, they're racing in real racing. Even if they're on competing in an ESL league or whatever the case may be. Like, this is a game. And you're meant to have fun with it. And if it's not fun, stop playing it. Like, pick up something that's fun. Pick up something you can enjoy. I hate when people start arguing like, oh, iRacing is better than... Like, subjectively, yeah, I would say iRacing is the best sim racing game out there, subjectively. But I'm having fun in it, and that's why. If you're having fun, then who cares what's better? The goal is just to enjoy yourself on track with your mates. If you want to do AI racing, do that too, and have fun doing it. You know, I'm actually enjoying this right now quite a bit. I might have to dedicate one day a week just to ACC racing and, you know, stream that. I mean, maybe Neil and Solomon will give me some pointers because I suck at this game and I'm not buying any additional content, so, you know, that's not going to happen. You know, I've spent so much money on iRacing. That's going to be my main go-to. But you know what? A race at Hungaroring, Circuit Zolder, Monza, you know, tracks that come with the game, yeah, I'll do it. But like I said, enjoy the games you race. No matter what games they are. Stop fighting and arguing. Like, you know, these games can get better. I'm anxious to see what Ren Sport's going to do as they jump in. I'm skeptical more so now than I was at the start, just because they were, like, I was thinking this was something that was, you know, when they started talking about it, you know, 6 months to a year away. You know, now it's like, it seems like it's 2-3 years away. Like, their business model, and one of my guys, John, it's like, right, their business model sounds very sketchy, and I was very, you know, optimistic. Now I'm a little less optimistic because everything he was saying is, you know, absolutely correct. And their focus and what they're trying to do. I'm, you know, hoping that they come in and give the games run for the money. But again, you know, between the R factors and AMS2s and the ACCs and the Assetto Corsa and the race rooms, and all these games that are vying for your dollar, how does Ren Sport set themselves apart? You know, as the go-to. But right now, like, they still don't have proper triple screen support. And there's still so many things they've got to work out. They're likely another year away before, you know, us as consumers get the chance to actually play it. So yeah, raising front pressure, lowering rear tire pressure, softening front shocks, and stiffening bump, stiffening rear shocks. These optional setup changes address the understaff. I don't doubt it. That's a lot of things to set up, but again, that's where I would lean towards setup areas. Like, I have VRS and ARA for iRacing. You know, I would need to have a setup for this because at the end of the day, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, normally, you know, as a member, you should know that by now. I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. And of course, Neil and Solomon and Sky, you guys are getting on my nerves with this. Oh, it's only $10. Give me $10 for the track. Y'all look funny. Ah! Look, paying attention to y'all. Out here messing up. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not the money. It's, at the end of the day, do I dedicate enough time to this to be good at it? If I'm doing it literally once a week, I don't know if that has me as good as I am in iRacing. So, but overall, like I said, I mean, I'm about to get off here in another second or two. Just race what you like. Like, You know, race what tickles your fancy. You know, if you can get a group of mates on, or you can jump online, race, and have fun, do that. And if somebody says, well, iRacing or AMS2 or something is better, tell them to bite you. You know, it's like, get the hell out of my face with that. You know, like none of these are, one is not significantly better than the other, because it's all about you having fun yourself. And, you know, right now I am having fun just driving around here on the Nürburgring myself. So I hope that you guys enjoyed any parts of this stream. We get it. Some people race GT7 for this. Yeah, like GT7. I mean, I used to play Gran Turismo all the time. Like anybody who played on console, like that was it. Like I didn't have a PC that had a setup with a steering wheel, and eventually I got one from my console, but I played Gran Turismo, man. Like that was the game on PlayStation. And I jumped into the worlds of, you know, Project Cars and, you know, F1 and things like that, and you know, then I tried the Forza games, and Forza Motorsport was tons of fun. You know, but the problem with many of those games is once you've gone to the sim world, to the true sim world, it's hard to go back to games that are just video games. You know what I mean? Like F1 23, as much as I enjoy it, you know, we saw us racing in it. It's just a video game. It's not a sim. You know, and again, if you enjoyed it, if that's your thing, enjoy every bit of it. But it's just a video game. This to me is a sim. It tries to do as best it can to simulate what it's like to be in a real race car. It gives you feedback and things like that that, you know, you can compete against other guys, or guys who actually race real GT cars for a living. So, yeah. Well, that's my take. We've been on here for 2 hours. You know, my wife's like, what the hell? Come on, let's go, guy. You know, I wish I had, you know, the ability to do this like some of the guys who are on here for 5 and 6 hours, just doing race after race, talking and chatting and having fun. You know, can you even still get Project Cars? I'm pretty sure you can. People still have it. It may not be supported anymore, but yeah. So Neil, Solomon, will get on some ACC. It's loaded up here, as you can see. I'll have to dial in the settings, and I can't see my side mirror even though I'm on triple monitors, but I need to get that all figured out. But if you guys want to do some sessions at a track that I own, let me know. We can definitely do that. But for those of you who are racing in the Racing League, I'll see you tonight at 9:30. If you want to join our Racing League, again, look up on iRacing League Race Dynamics. We race Sundays at 9:30. We've got our last 2 races left. You can still join. It's mainly no damage on, racing on track. We add AI. Do reverse grid orders and stuff like that because it's fun. So, as always, thanks for checking me out. I will see you guys hopefully soon. I hope you guys can join me in some future racing. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, always reach out with a comment. I've got some affiliate links down below that, you know, if you are looking to buy something that I may have an affiliate link for, click it. But as always, man, I enjoy you all. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you on the next one. That's it.